This photo was removed from history, but someone saved it. In 1944, a single photograph revealed something the government denied for decades. It wasn't a weapon. It wasn't a document. It was proof. The image showed an experiment that crossed every ethical line. Within days, the photo disappeared. The photographer vanished, and the official story was rewritten. But history didn't forget this. It was erased. At least, that's what they believed. Because copies of the image survived, quietly passed from one hand to another, hidden in personal archives, private collections, and boxes no one thought to search. The photograph itself was simple. Black and white, grainy, taken inside what looked like a medical facility. But the details were disturbing. Men in lab coats stood around a restrained subject. Instruments never listed in public records were connected to the body, and written on the back of the photo was a date and a code. No names, no explanation, just a number. When historians first came across the image years later, they assumed it was fake, a fabrication, propaganda, until they noticed something impossible to ignore. The background matched a real location, a facility that officially never conducted experiments, a building that, according to public records, was inactive during the war. But blueprints told another story. Hidden blueprints revealed underground rooms, observation areas, containment zones, rooms with no official purpose. The photographer, according to fragments of military logs, was assigned to document routine procedures. But no routine procedure required secrecy at that level. And then there was the disappearance. The photographer was reported as transferred, then discharged. Then, according to later records, deceased. No cause listed. No burial site confirmed. Just a name that stopped appearing after 1944. As more researchers dug deeper, similar reports began to surface. Not photographs, but testimonies. Medical staff who spoke anonymously. Family members who remembered sudden illnesses. Communities near restricted zones reporting unexplained symptoms. Always denied, always dismissed, and always followed by silence. The government maintained the same explanation for decades. No such experiment existed. No such photo was real. Yet, classified correspondence from the same year referenced unexpected outcomes and acceptable losses. Losses of what? Or who? The image showed no context, but that was the point. Context was removed, just like the negative, just like the files, just like the people involved. What remained was only enough to raise questions, and questions are dangerous. Because once a question is asked often enough, silence becomes suspicious. In the late 1990s, one final attempt was made to officially investigate the photograph. The request was denied. Reason given: national security. Even though the war had ended over 50 years earlier. Even though everyone involved should have been gone. Unless the experiment didn't end when the photo was taken. Unless it continued, undocumented, renamed, buried under different projects. History doesn't always hide the truth completely. Sometimes it leaves fragments behind. A photo, a number, a missing name, enough to know that something happened, and enough to understand why it was erased. Because this wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. And the most unsettling part isn't that the photo was removed from history. It's that someone went to great lengths to make sure you never saw it. If this story made you uncomfortable, that's not an accident. These are the parts of history that don't make it into textbooks. The ones buried behind missing files and official denials. If you want more stories like this, the ones history tried to erase, subscribe to this channel. Because what you don't know matters more than what you've been told. And this is just one of many.